Again, as we've said, technology development has reached extraordinarily sophisticated levels behind the scenes. This is one of the major threats that you have looming over society today. That there are those who have had the willpower, the availability, and the monies to produce things that would totally gridlock the human mind, that would turn you into just, let's say, producing beings. Instead of going to the slave mines to mine for gold or mine the quarry for rock, you go and you have your meaningless jobs that really, really often pull away from the vitality of society. Now, all of these changes, of course, can to some extent be steered and ameliorated, the drastic ends, for the probabilities that you will be in, according to how aware you are. The lower the level of awareness, the more the reactive energies will be, let's say, expressed. The higher levels of awareness can calm the masses down. Thought forms are like storms. They have their own weather. When a flash flood is occurring, there's generally warning, or floods or rising waters. Flash flood not so often, it comes out of nowhere, but there's going to be rising waters, a hurricane's coming. You have a bit of a warning in most weather situations, of course not with earthquakes, unless you are an animal. And of course you are animals. But with the tides of the thought forms, you must be able to stay strong, because it is easy to get swept up into mass belief systems. Mass belief systems and people's feelings clustered together and sweep across the lands in creating their own weather of storms and floods and all kinds of things. You must be aware of the psychic powers that are out there and the power that you have to calm things down. We recently suggested that one of your roles in these times will act as a stabilizer, to act as a lightning rod, a grounder, meaning that you are open to the energy, you see what's going on, you allow it to pass through you, you do your best to enhance your own life and make what changes you need, and you do not flip and flail all over. The more stabilizers there are, it's like the tent pegs are in and the tent won't flip in the wind, even though the tent is full of flipping people. Do you understand? You will stabilize people just by having an understanding of what is going on. Do not engage, please, in diminishing your power to yourself. Any whines, complaints, pity parties, and such about what you don't have, what you're not worth, what you can't do, all of those must be banished. You're wasting your time on these kinds of expressions of energy. You have an expression on your world that says, get over it, yes? Yes? Yeah. Get over it. We are asking you to look into it, to find the treasure, and then put it on the shelf and move on, move forward. Act as if you are here to do something very important. Live as if you are being watched, that the parts of your soul are cheering you on. Live so that you have no shame, no guilt, no worries, and no doubts. If you are wondering about things or you have something brewing inside, then discuss it with someone that you trust. Look for feedback and seek improvement. You are at the height of the growing of consciousness, and it is our intention that you blossom in a way that is far beyond your imagining of what you can do. It will be a victory for many, many beings to see this unfolding on the planet. There's already tremendous momentum behind it. And with a little bit of dedication, focus, and practicality, the rewards will be outstanding. All right? Let's hear an all right there, please.
All right.
Good. Let's go to questions now. Let's explore some things that are of importance or interest or other layers of intrigue. And if you've asked questions this morning of us, then let's give some of the others a chance to speak up. Yeah, state your first name loud and clear, and let's be relevant and expand the consciousness of all here. Who will begin?
Rusty?
Rusty.
Had experience a few months ago that led to almost like an experiment. My sweetheart's kind of, mention her name because she wants to be nameless in this question. But anyway, I got up one morning and usually weigh myself, had a light breakfast. My sweetheart, a little bit later on, woke up. We kind of got amorous and so forth, and decided to weigh myself again. And I lost 4 full pounds as weighed by this digital scale.
From an amorous interlude.
Yes, and I had breakfast before that as well. So like I would think I would gain more weight. I felt nice and light and so forth, but this nice, light feeling actually translated into some kind of energetic feeling which physically made my body weigh less? Or?
Yes. People have often known that sex has a very profound, healthy sex, loving sex, as you said, my sweetie, my honey. The more love you have in your relationship, and the more you can use your bodies to explore each other in that capacity and have fun doing it, you literally lighten yourself. And many people have known that it is a good sexual relationship with a loving partner can be a wonderful, let's say, wonderful tonic for health, into longevity and long living. So it's good of you to share that without too many details, Rusty.
Well, it wasn't the one time. I actually weighed myself after a few other times, and I lost, well, it was 3 pounds lighter, 2 pounds lighter. It seems to be very consistent. And she lost weight also.
Good.
So it's like,
so the time to weigh yourself is after your romantic encounters. Remember that. Remember that. It's better than one of those skinny mirrors. Right, we can tell you I'm in a good mood here. Start off with sex, so obviously we're getting real here. And just to cover that a little bit, we've mentioned it in all of our books just about, because you are sexual beings. And to emphasize to you that, you know, one of the reasons that people are breaking down the church and all of this is crumbling is because if you think about it, one of the greatest teachings of the church was that your bodies are sinned, there's something wrong with them, and sex is dirty. It's a nasty thing. You're only to do it to make babies, to make more people for the church. Of course, this is not true, yes? Yes. But you know how many people still believe it? And so it is not true, and yet what are the priests playing out? That sex is dirty, do you understand? Mm-hmm. So when you label sex as being such, then you are going to manifest an expression of it. You follow what's going on? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So all of this is very good. And if you are giving a kind thought of energy, what you might call a prayer or blessing on some people, send it out to all of those who experienced abuse by those of people in power. And that send it out to them that you support them in their truth to heal their soul. That's all you have to do. That's a big thought form, you know. That you can understand that these people want to get the secret off of them so that they can live in peace. Sometimes that is healing, do you understand? For others to see your pain. So please think of sex as something very sacred. Understand that when you have good sexual love and you have good sexual union, it is a heightened psychic experience. The weight loss is just one of these side benefits. But there is tremendous psychic energy, there is tremendous bonding, there is tremendous healing. The body heals when there are loving orgasms. You understand this? The orgasmic expression indeed excites the cells and sends waves of healing hormones all over the body. Who else has a question, please?
Molly?
Molly, loud and clear.
something that I think about a lot, because I was downtown New York, was September 11th, and I wonder, I feel that we're very shattered from that psychologically on some level.
Absolutely.
And